Hey guys, Don here, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today it's another discussion and the topic is the pricing of certain games. A lot of games simply aren't worth their purchase price, coupled with some shady tactics some games pull off. It's ludicrous and needs to be talked about and brought to light. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy the content. Y'all that are already here, you're helping me a lot more than you think. Thank you. Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this video because the example I'm using has a very dedicated fan base, but please hear me out until the end of the video. You'll see where I'm coming from. And if you think I'm still wrong by then, tell me why. I'd love for someone to prove me wrong on this. The example is Zombie Army 4. Zombie Army 4 was released on the 4th of February 2020 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and is part of the Zombie Army series. It's a third-person single-player / co-op zombie shooter in the same vein as Left 4 Dead. The game is comprised of 9 episodes, with each episode having around 3 to 6 missions in them. The whole thing would take you about 6 to 8 hours to beat, 9 if you're really exploring. There's also a horde mode in the game, which is kind of bare bones. Its only saving grace is that the map gets larger the further you go. The game has 3 sniper rifles, 4 secondaries, that includes shotgun and automatic rifles, and 3 pistols. I'm not counting the DLC ones here, which means there aren't a lot of guns here. But there's also weapon modding, a perk system, and item mods, which makes, for example, a frame grenade last longer. Now that sounds fair until you realize that this game costs about $45 for the base edition, at least on the PS4, as that's where I bought it, with the season pass costing about an extra $30. The deluxe edition is $55, which doesn't include the season pass, and the super deluxe edition is $72. The game has a lot of microtransactions purely for the fact that other games have them. A character or gun would cost you from $4 to $8 a piece. I'm sorry, but this isn't anywhere near a $45 game. Yes, 45. I'm not buying those other editions so I can have access to a couple of characters and a couple of guns that were available at launch. The levels are not replayable at all because unlike Left 4 Dead, which is a game that came out in 2009, this game's levels or objectives don't change when you replay a level. Remember the feeling you had when you loaded into a level on Left 4 Dead but had totally different objectives and was like, that is completely absent here. When you load into a level you've played before, you know exactly what to expect, which strips the game away from a lot of its replayability. Meaning you would go through the 6 to 8 hours and that's it. You're done, unless you want to find every collectible, which serves no real purpose. The game becomes repetitive way too fast. Horde mode is, like I said, bare bones. You would play it for the sake of checking it out and would leave when you realize there isn't any real substance here. Also, the game's progression system is kinda linear with the classic unlock that at that level type of design. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is fun, the graphics are nice, enemy variety is cool, even though bosses are flat out bad. Atmosphere is super nice, even though I'm not a huge fan of its tongue-in-cheek nature. The creepiness and vibes of the level are really well done. It feels good to shoot zombies, the guns feel good, the gore isn't amazing, but it's there. Gun modding is also neat and it gives your guns unique features like electrical bullets or explosive bullets depending on the gun, which hey, these things are fun for a couple of hours, but I'm sorry, there just isn't enough substance here to solicit the $45 purchase price. Wanna know what else it doesn't solicit? $48 microtransactions for guns or characters, a $30 season pass which, as of now, has 2 episodes out for the owners of the season pass. This game should realistically have been for $25, with a $20 season pass and no microtransactions. I cannot stress enough how much it hurts this game specifically, because there's not enough content as it is. 10 guns in total, 6 to 8 hours campaign with no replayability, a dead horde mode, some perks and cool weapon mods. Yes, it's fun, but a game shouldn't cost extra just because it's fun. That's not how it works. Value is what matters here. And I cannot stress enough how much this game is damaged by the microtransactions. Minecraft Dungeons, another bare bones game for $35. I'm not gonna even dive into this one, the name alone gives it away. While a game like Left 4 Dead 2 came out in 2009, has all those levels, all its DLC came out for free, endless replayability, unique zombie types, versus mode, a lot of guns, teamwork actually mattered both in co-op and versus, was made by which was at the time the biggest game developer, Valve, had mod support, and the list goes on. There's a difference between a game that's designed to be played all the way through and then be put down and a game that is made to be replayable. Let's take for example a narrative driven game that lasts for example 12 hours. The mechanics and design philosophy in that game is made to accommodate and work alongside the narrative design. While this game is made to be replayable, it's missing crucial features to be replayable, know what I mean? In conclusion, don't make a shooter that's short, doesn't have a lot of weapon variety, has boring bosses, doesn't have interesting mechanics or levels, is supposed to be replayable but isn't designed with replayability in mind, pump microtransactions in it while it really doesn't need them, a $30 season pass, and slap a $45 $20 price tag on it, on top of all of that, purely because it feels fun. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm starting to feel like I'm repeating myself here, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have something to add? This was Don Damage, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Before the video ends real quick, I was watching a video by a YouTuber called Ranton while I was editing this video, and in his video he talks about how reviewers who receive their games for free or whatever have invalid opinions or reviews, which got me thinking, do reviewers have that in mind when they're reviewing a game? Like, do they actually have the game's price in their mind when they're reviewing a game? Because obviously a mediocre $20 game is better than a mediocre $60 game. Just felt like I should mention that. Also, not bashing on anyone here, there are actual trusted reviewers who receive their games for free. Just gonna leave this topic here. Y'all take care.